everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka MBT, and we're back with another Twitter thread. We're doing this one on fast mode, baby. We're doing today a thread about effects you may have forgotten. So if you're unfamiliar with Yu-Gi-Oh, how did you end up here? Yu-Gi-Oh cards are famous for having too much text on them. This is a fact that all Yu-Gi-Oh players know. As much as we meme about how Yu-Gi-Oh players can't read, the grain of truth is that Yu-Gi-Oh cards are basically a thesis at this point. And as a result, powerful cards sometimes have what I like to call hidden effects.
That's a surprise tool that can help us later.
These are effects that are forgotten in the text bloat and never get used. For example, we all know Mecha Phantom Beast Aurodon summons 3 tokens to your side of the field. We all know that it can remove 1 token to pop a card and 2 tokens to summon a Mecha Phantom Beast from your deck. But did you also know it can remove 3 tokens from your side of the field to add a trap card from your graveyard to your hand? Why would you ever use that? I don't know. All the Infinitrack Xyzs have this effect that no one really cares about because it's not part of the combo, but it's the first line of text. Let's see. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can attach that monster to this card? I literally did not know this had it. Here's a who's who of common charity cards for this. Shaman of the Tenyi is used to discard a card, target a worm in your graveyard, and special summon it. Then you can activate the effects of monsters special summon from the extra deck except for Tenyis. But notably, it also has a second effect that says when an attack is declared involving a non-effect monster, you can target a card your opponent controls and destroy it. Scrap Dragon has an effect to revive a scrap non-synchro monster if it's destroyed by an opponent's card effect. That's actually more than half the card. Dawn Dragster has piercing? What? So most people know that Romulus can add a Dragon Ravine or a Dragoonity back row, but did you know it can also special a dragon from the hand? If a dragon monster is special summoned from the extra deck to a zone this card points to, you can special summon a dragon or a winged beast from your hand in defense position, but its effects are negated and it cannot be used as link material. What the hell? Girsu can make himself a tuner. This is so funny. Ready? When this card is normal or special summoned, you can send an Orcust from your deck to the graveyard. Then, if there are 2 or more other cards in this card's column, treat this card as a tuner this turn. Why? It's for the Mech Knight Synchro. Oh, totally. Oh, it actually is for the Mech Knight Synchro. I forgot that they had one because it's been banned since the first month it's been released. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can activate one of these effects. This is Savant Kepler. You can either target another DD card you control and return it to the hand, or add a Dark Contract. I don't think I've ever seen that first one activated, but it actually could theoretically come up in a world where I can't think of a reason. This card is mainly used as a 6k double damage finisher with Nabla and Multiplication, but did you know that when he's destroyed, he can add a Math Mech from your deck to your hand? I mean, for what it's worth, I didn't know that this card had any effects at all. I just thought it had the condition that it's unaffected by card effects. I've literally never read this card. I just assumed that it was a towers and left it at that. If Endymion is destroyed by battle while he has a spell counter, you can add a normal spell from your deck to your hand. This one's funny because, like, why? This one's amazing. So Noctivision Dragon, well known as an extender in Dragon Link. But did you know, if your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a face-down card you control, you can banish this from your graveyard to negate it, and your opponent cannot target it with card effects for the rest of the turn. It sometimes comes up in Dragon Link in case they try to target a tidying that's set, but I mean, I've seen it happen maybe twice. One of the funniest things you can do as a Code Talker player is to normal Evely and declare her effect on normal. When this card is normal summoned, you can target a Link monster in your graveyard, special it so that it points to this card, but change its attack to 0 and negate its effects. This was used in U-Links, back when the entire Nightmare Suite was legal, but has not been since then. Has anyone ever used the battle position changing effect on Black Rose Dragon, asks Ultima. Unfortunately, Ultima, non-Edison player detected. Throw him in the quick draw synchron. No! What? I didn't even know there were field spells that mentioned Adventurer token. What the hell? Forest of Lost Flowers, Zeralem the Dark Palace. I'm getting trolled. These are customs that you put in Edo Pro. It is so funny that Sphere Karibo has a ritual substitution effect. Just like out of nowhere. I mean, it's been relevant a couple of times because Relinquished has been good incidentally in formats where this is strong, but just hilarious. Power Tool has a protection effect. If this card would be destroyed while equipped with an equip spell, you can send one of those cards to graveyard instead. That's so funny. By banishing a Sidra from your hand or field, it can gain 2100 attack. I'm getting pranked. There's no way this text was on this card. This is a custom. Everyone knows the double attacking and the targeted send at the cost of not being able to attack directly. But did you know it's also Dante if it makes it to the end of the battle phase? An optional Dante. Why? Gallant Granite can summon a rock monster from your hand in face-down defense position. Yeah, you know, those are two pretty equal effects, right? You've got add a rock monster from your deck to your hand, one of the most broken typings in the game, or set up a morphing jar. During TOS format, Batteryman Solar was a Thunder Dragon staple because you can send a Thunder monster from your deck to the graveyard. But did you know it's also a Prisma? You can target a Batteryman effect monster you control in the graveyard. This card's name becomes that monster's until the end phase? Why? Number 38 does have 3 effects. It's got the Spell Negate, everyone knows that. It's got an attack redirection effect that some people know, but it also has a 3rd effect, which says if another face-up Xyz monster you control is destroyed by battle or a card effect, you can target a face-up Xyz, and it gains attack equal to the destroyed monster's original attack. It's really funny that they put this on a card that can redirect attacks to itself. It's like, no, no, no. But if you don't do it, Supreme King Dragon Starving Venom, of course, is used in a multitude of FTKs, which means that many people have not read past the effect that makes them lose instantly. But apparently, it gives your entire field piercing. Gofu could revive your Blackwing Synchros. Banish this card in one or more face-up non-tuners you control, then target a Blackwing Synchro in your graveyard whose levels equal the total levels of the banished monsters. Special summon it, and if you do, it's treated as a tuner. Oh, that's neat. I ain't ever activating that, though. Shouts out to the Pendulum cards that have an effect that activates when they're destroyed in a Pendulum Zone hidden in its monster effect. Last sentence! If this card in your Pendulum Zone is destroyed, target a level 4 or lower monster your opponent controls, destroy it. I've played this deck for like months in Duel Links. I just straight up did not know this effect existed. So that's that. I think we can probably all agree that maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! Has too many effects on their cards these days. Pretty much all of these cards would be exactly as playable if they didn't have these bonus effects on them. But they put the bonus effects on them anyway, so that people can have an aneurysm trying to read them, and smug YouTubers can go, oh, you didn't know that? Anyway, smug YouTuber signing out. You didn't know that? Do something funny for the ending bit after the outro Among Us. Sure, I'll do the Among Us emote. I'm just kidding, I'm not doing that shit.